And I figured that we would start here at ICE. So, something funny is they installed sprinklers, which is actually going right now since I walked up. But they installed sprinklers to, I would assume, either A, kind of keep people away from the building, and B, as you guys can see there, to stop some of the fires. Now, of course, Antifa said that this is a very horrible assault on their free speech and their ability to protest, but fires and so on, I think I would consider them forms of protest. At least not guaranteed by the First Amendment. So this is the ICE building in Portland, Oregon. As you guys can see, the sprinklers going off. I did a quick drive-through already tonight, and it's pretty dead. I mean, there's a lot of people out and about, but there's nobody protesting or anything. This is a daycare that's right next to ICE, and they complained that they found tear gas canisters and so on. I'm sure that's the case. All right. So, on my way back to the car here, I will put my phone in my pocket, and then we'll get rolling on this tour of Portland on Saturday night. Well, give me 1 second. Just 1 second, guys. All right, and we are rolling. So, like I said, there was ICE. There's the daycare. Good evening. You know, it's amazing. ICE is located here. Let me see if I can make this a little better. This is a middle to upper class neighborhood. I'd almost say upper class. This is very expensive. And Antifa comes down here. Usually they haven't actually ever really messed with the buildings here at all. They've never They've never broken windows. Say weird microphone now. My air conditioning was on. Oh!
Unable to place call on your Bluetooth phone.
Yeah, good, because I didn't want you to make a call on my Bluetooth phone. How's that? Is that better? Stupid car. All right. There we go. I bet it's better. Stupid car. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, it's funny. Every time I've done one of these, I keep on, forgetting to turn off my Bluetooth. And it happens every time. And I'm all just like, blah, 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 blah. And people are like, dude, you sound like crap. And then, of course, it takes me a while to, like, realize what's happening. Oh, I'm pretty sure that we'll definitely find a bum fight tonight. This is going to be pretty quick. Well, for the most part. But I want to show you guys some of the key areas. And Portland, you know, I've walked around like the usual protest sites. And, you know, kind of showing you guys what, you know, what that looks like and everything. But I have not given you guys a tour of actual Portland, downtown Portland at night, and actually shown you what it's like on a normal, quote unquote normal, you know, normal evening without rioters. Oh, it's extremely expensive to live in Portland. Actually, all of the Pacific Northwest is getting pretty horrible. Even places like Spokompton, Vancouver, Southwest Washington is very expensive. There's certain pockets that aren't too bad, but it's just it's horrible. I mean, it's better. Honestly, it's better to be homeless in the Pacific Northwest than to actually be a taxpayer. It's just, yeah, you make a lot more money being homeless. Taxes and just the cost of living. It's too bad that this one city, this one blue dot in this amazing state can just ruin it for everybody. Washington's the exact same way. Seattle screws it up for everybody. Do I like Elon? Like Elon Musk? Yeah, I like Elon Musk. Oh, we're gonna go see if we can find Mini Tifa. Little Dustin. I'm gonna take you guys to his neighborhood and kind of, you know, see where he lives. I would assume he makes decent money just from where he lives. I don't know how he makes any money. Antifa is not gone. Antifa is just taking a break. Do I like it here? I like it. I like the Pacific Northwest because I'm an outdoors guy. I love the outdoors. I love the woods. I love the mountains. I love everything about the Pacific Northwest except for the people. I'm not really much of a people guy to begin with. Like, that's why I don't really do interviews and too much stuff like that in the first place, just because people suck and they bother me. I hate cities. Like, there's never a time that I'll ever be like, yo, let's go have some fun. Let's go to Portland. Yay! No, that's not me, and that'll never be me. I am not that person. I'm the guy who goes, I lived in West Yellowstone, Montana for 5 years, and I worked in Yellowstone National Park for a few years, and that was heaven and paradise, and I love it, and I miss it, and I can't wait to go back. Like, I'm that guy. My idea of a good time is to go fishing and hunting. Like, and if I'm hunting and I'm that guy who goes out and finds like the canyon or like the deepest, darkest woods and just gets out there, and if I see a person, I am physically angry. So angry. It's also why I bow hunt. I'm a bow hunter just because when I was a rifle hunter, I got shot at twice. And yeah, I don't want that to ever happen again. I'm not a fan of people. Which is funny because all of my jobs I've ever had have always been people. So we're a couple blocks right now from City Hall and downtown, or down at the Justice Center and the courthouse. I definitely want to show you guys that area because it has changed since the last time we were down there. Pickles are disgusting. Pickles are gross. Pickles are nasty. My wife loves pickles. She will drink pickle juice and it's not good. The only time my wife has ever seen me gag is when, like, I like tuna. I like tuna sandwiches and like tuna melts and stuff like that. My wife gave me like a bite of tuna, and she likes it with pickles in it. And the only time she's ever seen me gag is when I took a bite of her tuna with pickles. It was so gross. Oh, it's horrifying. So we just passed City Hall on the left. Like, it's really unscathed. There's nothing really going on. This blue building here to the left is the Portland building. That's where Ted Wheeler went running and crying when Antifa chased him out. On the right here is the park in front of the Justice Center. As you can see, it's now a homeless camp. They have a fence around it though, so that's cool. Strangely enough, also, Antifa hasn't really like taken that fence and blocked roads and stuff with it. They've really kind of mellowed out. I thought that once they put this fence up around these parks that Antifa would be using them like crazy, but they messed with them like one day and that was it. And they didn't really do much. This building coming up here on the right is the Hatfield United States Courthouse. This was the courthouse that was under attack for over 100 days last year. As you can see, the fencing's still up. They did take it down for about a day, and then they put it back up. Over here on the right, you can see more of the, here, I'll just drive it. Homeless camp. There's where the elk used to be. More homeless camp. All right, let's go see the rest of Portland. Yes, they're not homeless, they're houseless. No, they're homeless. I don't like, there's no point in changing the way you call them. They're homeless. Like, why change it to houseless? Because their tent is a home and they live there and that is their home. Excuse me while I smoke more meth. Nope, they're homeless. Just leave it homeless. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. You don't gotta change everything just to make it a little more politically correct. That dude who was sleeping over there in the sleeping bag on the left, he didn't have a home either. He just had a sleeping bag. Where's his tent? Morons. Anyway. That guy totally ran the red light, even though it turned green before he was halfway in there. As you can see, hopefully you can see, and I'm not driving too fast, there's graffiti everywhere. Being a small business owner in Portland, why would you do it? Why would you stay? There should be a class action lawsuit against this city. Like, I don't get how come that hasn't happened yet. I do not understand. This is the entrance to Chinatown. The elk was racist, and that's why they removed it. I mean, that's possible, I guess. I heard the elk say some pretty hateful things, and so, and it's all about, just the content of character, right? That elk is just a dirty racist, and he had to be removed. That's why they brought a much prettier elk to replace it. I'm pretty sure they called it the Satan elk or something like that. I don't remember what they called it, but obviously that elk was way more inclusive. The one that they brought was way more inclusive and friendly and intersectional and so on. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Man. Downtown Portland, everybody. Who wouldn't want to live here? I have the windows up and the air conditioning on and recirculating air because the smell, people. The smell. Holy crap. It is so bad. I actually, when I did my daylight tour of Portland, I actually had somebody jump on my stream and go, it doesn't smell that bad. I'm like, okay, you don't live here, or you're nose blind to it. Your cats pee in your bed so often that you just don't smell anything anymore because you are nose blind. It's just, you cannot say that this doesn't stink. Are you sleeping in a tent to see my vehicle? Even though it's not black, but I mean, I guess it's dark, so colors might change. Nope, gotta go. Cool thing. The one nice thing I will say about Portland is that the lights. You can actually like cruise through some of these streets here and time it so you never stop at a stoplight. You bet my car's black block. It's got a mask and everything. You guys remember those? Those of you who are old enough to remember, like when those were cool. Woohoo! That guy was going a little over the speed limit there. Where's the police? That's my question. Where's the police? I don't see no cops here. I don't see no cops. We have yet to see a cop going through here, and that guy there was obviously speeding. He was going way too fast. He could have hit somebody. There's lots of people out here on drugs right now, drunk, and these guys here just walking around enjoying their town. That's what they're doing. And somebody could have died.
Somebody could have died here. There's no cops. There's nobody enforcing the streets and the laws of the land. It's too bad. You'd figure that the cops should at least be out here making some money for the town, for the city, because you know, they're not making any money any other way. All the businesses are closed. You really gotta, you know, that's pretty much all the cops are good for these days. The cops, that's all they do is the revenue source. They don't actually serve and protect. They don't keep the peace or any of that stuff. You'd figure there'd be a whole bunch of cops out here just giving people tickets. Do normal people live here? Okay, so funny question. Yes, strangely enough. But even then, they're still a little weird just because, I mean, you live in Portland. So something's obviously wrong with you. But I have met some decent people here. I've even met conservatives here downtown. Now, once you get out of downtown, it's a lot better. If they were to be honest with the map, not even really honest, if they were to actually be able to show what every individual house voted for, they would notice that downtown Portland is super blue, right? Super duper blue. As soon as you cross the Willamette River, it starts getting red very quickly. Downtown Portland is a hole. It's horrible. But there are still some people who live here who are decent people. They just love the big city. They cannot be true to who they are. Like, you can actually find some people who wave American flags here. Like when there's rallies and stuff here, like Republican, like Trump rallies or whatever, there's some people who show up who actually like just live a couple blocks away. Not many, but a few. What neighborhood do I live at? I don't live here. You couldn't pay me enough to live here. I could never live in a big city. I live in Southwest Washington, just north of here for a little bit. Just so you guys know, I can't really look at the screen while I'm driving. So if I miss a question, ask it again and I will try to get to it. But like when I'm, you know, stop at like a stop sign or something like that, I'll take a gander. Hey, bicycle guy who almost got hit by me there. Follow the rules of the road, jackwagon. They're sitting there taking like streets out of commission for you idiots who pay no taxes on these roads that you're all taking from us hardworking, tax-paying drivers. Get out of here. All right, stopping at a thing here. Let's see. Are you on Gab? No, I am not on Gab because I hate Gab. It is horrible for me just because it's so inconvenient and there's so much stuff going on all the time that it's they don't have an app. If they had an app, I would be all over Gab, but they don't. And so I don't like it. I'm one of those guys. As soon as Parler got kicked off of the Apple Store and kicked off of the like Google Play and all that stuff, I'm just like, nope, done. Do you see any direct connection between the CCP and Antifa in Portland? I would say yes. There is definitely direct connection in the sense that Antifa is 100% like yay communism, and they'll like legit defend China all the time. They just they suck. Like, you'll sit there and you go, well, what about this? And China doing this, China doing that. And they're like, no, that's not even true. Like, they'll actually straight up deny it. They'll deny the Uyghurs. Like, okay, you care about Muslims, but you're okay with China locking them up? Like, explain yourself. And they won't do it. By the way, I saw the comment saying that I'm barely paying attention to you guys. And like I said, I'm trying here to chat with y'all at the stop signs. Jeez. See, look, there's a stoplight coming up. Throw them down. I'll read them fast. That guy ran another red light. Empty streets for a Saturday night. How dare I not chat and drive? I know, right? Why does Portland police treat Antifa better than Patriots? Well, that's because they have orders to do so. Hi, Snooks. They have orders. They have orders to make sure you cannot go out there and wave a flag or carry a gun. But it's not just that. Honestly, truly, it's not just that. The reason the police treat Antifa, quote unquote, better is because the police know that the right-wingers will comply. Antifa won't comply for anything. They could try to arrest them, and they're not going to do it. Like, they'll fight back. The cops will get hurt trying to arrest Antifa. But right-wingers, they can arrest right-wingers without even really trying. Because the right-wingers are just going to take it. They're going to accept it. And they're going to live with it. Portland police remind me of a white basketball team playing against the Harlem Globetrotters. So, super funny story about that. The Portland police have a lot of talent. They're very good tactically. They're very good at when they are unleashed. They're very good at doing their job. The problem is that they are very rarely unleashed. I have seen Portland PD take out 1,000 rioters and disperse them from the city in a matter of minutes. I have watched it happen. I have filmed it. However, the very next day, I have watched the Portland police just sit there and watch. The cops are not Antifa. I'll just say that right now. The cops are not Antifa. For the most part, the cops are decent people who just want to do their jobs. The problem is that for the most part, the police are not going to disobey orders and lose their job. They're not going to do it. They're not going, and not to mention if they disobey orders, they won't only lose their job, they'll probably get arrested. Like, they're in a tough spot. Like, I get it. Like, I'm just as pissed off at the cops as everybody else is, because of what I've witnessed, and the cops sitting there watching people bleeding in the street and not intervening or doing anything. Like, that definitely pisses me off, right? I get it. But at the same time, we have to really consider what they're up against. Like, it's rough. It's rough. I would hate to be a cop right now in this day and age. There's tons of cops quitting. You bet, 100%. There's tons of cops quitting. And lots of cops are leaving and making a break for it, trying to go to better places. I'm gonna try here. I'm not as familiar with this part of Portland, so bear with me a little. I'm gonna be kind of cruising around aimlessly for a second. There is a certain place I'm trying to take you guys, so just, let's sit here and just have a little chit chat while we're doing it. I'll stop here for a minute though and catch up on you guys. Let's see here. Am I by PSU? No, I am not by PSU currently, but we will take a meander down there. I know many yes are anti-authoritarian. Does that sound commie to you? When it comes to Antifa, not a single one of them are anti-authoritarian, so that's wrong. They're all extremely authoritarian. As long as it is authoritarian in their own eyes, they do not, they sit there and they say they're anarchists, but they're only anarchists for as long as you agree with them. They're 100% fascist and 100% communist. Like, there's no true anarchist. There's very, very, very few anarchists that are actually out in the streets of Portland. Actual true anarchists. I've only really met maybe 3 true anarchists down here doing this for all these times, and one of them was Mike Bluehair. He's probably he is a true anarchist. Dude is very, very true anarchist. He hates all things government and all things police and so on. Like, he hates it. Which, I mean, and he and I get along really good, like really well. We have a lot of really great conversations. And we agree on a lot of stuff. Like, he believes in, he's a Jeffersonian. He loves the philosophy of Thomas Jefferson and John Locke. Like, he's really a freedom-oriented guy. He wants to take small government a little far, in my opinion, to no government. But yeah, Mike Bluehair is he's a cop watcher. He's one of the founders of Oregon Cop Watch, and he's been out filming a little bit a little bit longer than I have. Actually, I think a while longer than I have. Just so you guys know, right now we are on the street that was the last location that Portland police declared a riot. And as soon as they declared a riot, Antifa went home. They went home. They left. They just left. It was right after Senior Wheeler decided to get tough finally. Yes, I am in Northwest Portland. On the riot night, the last declared riot, which all they did was break a couple windows. They didn't really do much. This street was popping. The street had people. It was lit up. I guess there's still some people out here. It's a lot darker than I remember, though. There's still some people out here enjoying their evening. Not as many. I thought Multnomah County went back into extreme fear. Maybe not. Yeah, definitely not as active as it was when when I was out here last. Dustin lives a little bit east of me, which is where we will head now on Burnside. Extreme fear was lifted on Friday. Oh, cool, cool. weird. Big threat. Oh, they got sued, right? They got taken to federal court saying no, no, no. And she lifted it like 24 hours later. I heard about that today at the event down in Malala. Guy running for governor as a Republican. Poor guy doesn't have a chance. Alois Marquez. I don't remember where he lives. I never really. The only reason I know where Dustin lives is because one day I was down here driving around and I saw him just cruising along, just minding his own business. Oop, nope, I'm not stopping. I don't want to stop. I'm going to stop at the next one, though. Man, these roads are great. He drives his wheelchair. The dude can move. I could not believe how fast he got to me. He got up to me so fast. Way before any of the other ninjas caught up to him. Like, it was amazing. It was shocking. It was shocking how fast he got up to me. Dude can move. It's weird. Who is Dustin? Dustin is the Antifa mascot. He's a small statured fellow who is in a wheelchair who believes that nobody will ever hit him or kick him in the face because he is in a wheelchair and he is, oh my gosh, he is insufferable. There is no real good way to describe him. He's one of the poor souls that the left has put on a pedestal, and he has felt included, and he has felt in he's been like, the left is really good at recruiting people who are mentally ill, who are finding people who just want to be included. That's what the left does. There's a guy named Richard. He's a great guy. He is mentally disabled, but he's a great guy. He's just a sweet dude. Very friendly, very kind. But the left, Antifa, has recruited him, and they have turned him into this horrible mouth when it comes to like protesting and stuff like that. He's a great guy. Like, he and I have had great conversations. He's actually apologized to me for calling me a Nazi and all sorts of stuff, because he's like, you're not a Nazi. Like, I really think you're a great guy. I really think you're the nicest, one of the nicest people I've ever met. And he's just like, he's a sweet guy. He really is. But Antifa has just used him. And they have molded him to be a mouthpiece for him, and it sucks. It really does suck. It's cruel what the left does. The left doesn't care about it. They just use people. Like, it's ridiculous. He's still out and about. He still comes out once in a while. The last time I talked to him, actually, he showed up at a End the Lockdown event in Salem, and he came up to me and he's like, yeah, this whole lockdown stuff is horrible. They need to stop it right now. And we had a great conversation about the lockdown and how much he thinks that Kate Brown is a horrible person. Like, it was awesome. And that was him talking, not like Antifa garbage. Like, it was just him talking. It was great. It was fantastic. Y'all better be wearing your masks on there. If you don't wear your mask on the max, you're gonna get kicked off and they're gonna arrest you. Oops, I missed my turn. Well, here's Pioneer Square here on the left. It's a ghost town. There's nobody there except the usual crackheads and drug dealers. Yeah, it's pretty empty. I really thought I was going to be a little more busy. Last time I was down here, it was a lot more people. This is almost what it would be like on a riot night, you know? Like, and that's the craziest thing about coming down here and filming this stuff is you'll have Antifa marching through, breaking windows, setting fires, and just a block away, you're having some normies out enjoying, you know, a night on the town. Well, walking around because you can't do anything anymore. But like, you know, just walking around, going for a walk. Like it's the craziest things to witness. It's just, they're just like, ah, it's normal, whatever. Oh, it's tear gas, it's a little spicy, no big deal. It's just fine. Like it's baffling how people can live down here. I don't get it. Insanity. 10 years ago, Portland was a nice place. Portland was actually pretty cool. Like, they didn't have this many homeless people. Like, it wasn't this bad or even close to being this bad 10 years ago. But I mean, the great migration of the Californians moving up here just ruined it. And that's one thing, guys, I've been saying this for so long. I've been saying this forever. You need to get active. Wherever you live in this beautiful country, you need to get active. You need to get active. If you live in Montana, Wyoming, I mean, Colorado's already a lost cause, so like you're screwed there. But if you live in Nebraska and some of these other like beautiful red havens, red state places, you better get active because they're coming for you. They're coming to a town near you and they're going to F you up. They're going to destroy you. They're going to destroy your state. They're going to destroy your way of life. They are going to end the freedom that you enjoy. So you need to start getting active now. Make sure your government and your elected officials are fully aware. Oh, this is PSU, by the way. Hey, everybody, wave. Hi. What's up? It's a horrible, horrible place. Oh, it's gross. But you need to get active. You got to get active. You got to start hosting rallies. You got to start networking. Facebook's going to kick you off. YouTube's going to kick you off, kick me off. You got to start networking, start getting your base, start figuring out how to communicate with like-minded individuals who care about the freedom that you enjoy in your state and figure it out. Like, the fact that we can't get 1,000 people or a couple hundred people to show up here, like, it's so sad. So somebody just said fear-mongering and I'm paranoid. Are you high? Are you stupid? Like, oh my God, there's nothing paranoid about it. The proof is in the pudding, Cupcake. Like, there's nothing paranoid about it at all. Dude, look at Colorado. Look at Colorado, for God's sake. How can a state that shouldn't be just as bad as California or Washington or Oregon be what it is? It's because of one city, or two cities, actually, technically. Like, are you high? Dude, California, for the first time in history, recorded a net decrease in population. Where do you think they're going? And the California Republican, just saying, is nothing. Oops. See, I hate Portland driving. That's a bus lane. Like, they're coming. They're leaving all of the, like, okay, a California Republican is not a Texas Republican. Like, it's different. They're different. There's a lot of things that when you live in an area for so long, you get used to it. And this is not, I'm not trying to say anything bad about all of you California conservatives who might be watching. Like, but there's a lot of people who, it's not just the conservatives and Republicans that are leaving California. There's people who like having a job and don't want to pay so much money to go, like to live. They're leaving. What do I think about Jenner? See, if you say stuff while I'm at a light, I can read it. What do I think about Jenner? Dude, I would vote for him. I would vote for Jenner. Like, I would totally vote for Jenner. Think about it. Like, just on a trolling aspect of it, I would vote for Jenner in a heartbeat, because you could tell all of the woke sleeping left, hey, what, you didn't vote for the first trans governor of California? Are you kidding? Like, it's perfect. It is the perfect scenario. It's a perfect storm. It's awesome. I was stoked. I was stoked when Jenner said that she was running, just because, like, it's just awesome. It's the greatest troll ever. And Jenner, I do believe that Jenner is a Republican. I don't believe that Jenner is a conservative. I do believe that Jenner is a Republican, though. Step away from political drama. Okay, no, Matt, like, I love that you're being respectful and everything, but Matt, don't listen to him, guys. Don't listen to him. Whatever you do, don't listen to him. Do not ever step away from the political anything, because reality matters more than Nancy Pantsy garbage. Like, what he's saying is ridiculous. Our freedoms are being stripped away. Our freedoms are being taken away by the left, by the communists, by the Marxists, by the socialists. Green New Deal. In the very first day Biden was in office, he caved to the left and he destroyed over 30,000 jobs in his first day in office. To get out of the political, are you stupid? Like, what is wrong with you? How can you possibly say get out of the political? People are losing their livelihoods. People are losing their lives because we have allowed the left to take control of this country. You must be political. You must be active. You must stop living in this stupid denial that not everything is political. That we can all get along and sing Kumbaya. It's not possible anymore. This is the weirdest intersection I've ever seen. Is this supposed to be a roundabout? I'm confused. I'm just gonna go this way and follow the bus, thinking he knows where he's going. It's like, the fact that people like Matt exist in this world proves that you need to get active. America, you have to get active. There are ignorant people out there like Matt sitting there saying that you're getting manipulated because you care about your freedom and your liberty. It makes me sick. It literally makes me sick that there are people like that who actually exist in this world. that live in such denial of reality. They just refuse to see it. Today, I hope it finished uploading by now, but earlier today, hey, there's people. This is interesting. What's up, people? But hey, the Voodoo Donuts for everybody who wants to see what Voodoo Donuts is. And wow, it is. There is a lot of people. We found out where it's happening in Portland, everybody. Yay! Check that out. That's weird. Just all of a sudden, bam, there's people everywhere. Yes, that guy was definitely dancing. You can rewind and see it again. I might take another lap around because that was interesting. There's people there too. The Golden Dragon. Weird. There's people hugging and like looking at people's faces. It's crazy. That's pretty cool. Oh my goodness. And there's a homeless lady sitting in front of the taco huts, the roach coaches, and holding a sign. That's amazing. Anyway, where was I? I got totally distracted by all of the people. Well, that's downtown Portland. Here, I'm gonna go park somewhere really quick, and then we're gonna chit chat. I'm gonna answer some of those questions that I missed. Hey, look, guys, there's cops. Do you see them? Left-hand side, do you see the cops? There's actual cops. They're here. They missed the guy speeding and like almost killing people, but I found them. I knew we could find them. Also, just so you guys know, like, I'm not going to park for a very long time because, I mean, I do know that out of the 187 people watching right now at this very moment, that there's some not so friendlies that live here that are watching as well. So, yeah. It's one reason why I've been driving around like a crazy person. Yeah, the cops are close to a donut shop. You silly. Of course. Yeah, they've actually watched my live stream and came out and they confronted me because they watched my live stream recently. Not too recently, but it was a little while ago. But yeah. Yeah. And I was like, hey, remember when I said they do that? They just did that. That was not a fun day. Parked next to the cops. Psh, cops ain't gonna do nothing to help me. Here we go. Nice little spot. All right. I don't mind cops. It just, it just sucks. Like, I understand their position. I understand where they're coming from. I get it. Go sit with the cops. Yeah, they wouldn't help you from getting assaulted, but it would make for a cool backdrop in the video. That's true. Huh, that's funny. The cops actually just went behind me. They just drove next down the street I was just on. Well, that's cool. It's like a real life video game. Give me commands while I walk around. You know what? I would love to be able to go to another city and do that. I cannot do that here in Portland, Oregon, but I would definitely like to I would definitely like to do that someday. That'd be awesome. Everybody put on VRs. No such thing as free money. It's just to keep the people quiet. Wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. It is a way to buy votes. It is a way to buy votes. How dare you think that it's a way to keep people quiet? You don't think that everybody getting extra food stamps and $300 extra is gonna, not gonna buy votes? Are you kidding me? Why would you work? Why would you go back to work? Hey, did you guys see those amazing job numbers? Huh? Them job numbers were amazing. 200,000, about 1 million less than they expected. Yeah, but no, Biden said it was cool. Biden said it was, it was okay. It was all right. It was good. It just shows to show that my plan's working. No, bro, your plan made it so it didn't work. You idiot. Have you ever thought about using a 360 camera? I would love to have a 360 camera. Let's see here. Somebody said you admitted it. Now you run from the truth and facts. Quit projecting Dems problems on others' power bottom. Well, first of all, Roland, if you would use proper sentences that would actually make sense and that were readable, I would love to be able to address you, Cupcake. But since you haven't done that, I'm just going to go ahead and ignore you and move on. Pack up all them homeless, sneak them into Mexico, and caravan back over for a better life. No, that's not a bad idea. Let's see. I want free stuff. I would love free stuff. Who talks like that? I don't know. Talking about PB, another user. See, I miss stuff, and then, it sucks. Yeah, but I'd love to use a 350 camera. I see an Antifa sniper on the roof. Funny you say that, because I've been a few places where there's been snipers on roofs. It's been interesting. Actually, the most fun I ever had with a sniper on the roof was in Olympia. There was this guy who we were sitting there. They just put up the fence around the Washington State Capitol, and there was we're sitting there, talking to the National Guard and talking to the cops that were there, going, hey, we have a constitutional right to go in and be a part of the session. And one of the guys grabs a bullhorn, and we see the sniper up on top of the roof of the building across from the Capitol. And so the guy with the bullhorn starts talking to the dude up there. He's like, somebody go hand him a sandwich. And the sniper actually stood up and he waved to us a couple times. And it was hilarious. Oh, it would be amazing to have a Google Earth van. You betcha. Just to drive around with the riots in a Google Earth van, 100%. Just remember, if Antifa shoots like they throw, stand perfectly still, do not move. They do throw like stormtroopers. You bet. Hey, what's up, James? Yeah, Antifa definitely throws like stormtroopers. I think one of the funniest moments, besides me getting shot by the police down here covering the riots in the elbow, it hurt, it sucked. But it was watching this one dude trying to break a window, and he was dedicated. He didn't care if the cops came out and got him. He didn't care about anything. He just kept on smashing and throwing stuff and hitting it. He climbed up on the wall, and he's sitting there hitting with a bat. And it was amazing. It was so funny. And when he finally broke the window, he was ecstatic. It was like a toddler who got a pony. It was amazing. I giggled. I laughed a lot when I got shot in the elbow, though. That sucked. But I've jinxed myself, and literally 5 minutes before I got shot in the elbow, I was like, I've been doing this for a long time, and I've never really been hit with a munition. And then I'm like, oh man, I'm pretty sure I just jinxed myself. And I'm pretty sure it was like 30 seconds later, bam, I got shot in the elbow. Which is super funny because they were actually watching my live stream inside the building that the officer shot me from. So I think it was planned upon thinking about it right now. Mo Smith, have you been to Voodoo Donuts in Oregon? People in politics have been there, such as Bernie. Yeah. So Voodoo Donuts, I believe, is a little overrated. I don't know. It's good. It's great. Hey, there's another cop behind me. That's weird. Anyway, it's a little overrated. It's great. It is cool. But, I don't know. I really liked the maple bacon, what do they call that? Maple bar or whatever. It's really good. But yeah, it's a place where you should go at least once, but you probably won't go back. Read my question sent to... Are you saying that I read your question? Let's see here. Taylor in 4th. Well, the old tattoo shop. What's the tattoo shop called? Oh, it's definitely Novelty. I think I read your question. I'm pretty sure I read your question. If you have a Chihuahua that won't eat bacon, it just proves something that I've said for many years, that Chihuahuas are not dogs. So, hey, I just saw the constitutional carry in the whole United States. Congratulations, Texas, for becoming a constitutional carry state. I did not see anything about the child trafficking thing in Disneyland. One thing to remember, guys, YouTube blocks a lot of comments. I don't see a lot of them, unfortunately. Like, they just block it. I can't even see it to allow it unless I'm on my computer doing a live show from there. So I do apologize if you have sent me something or sent me a question and I don't respond to it, because honestly sometimes I just do not see them. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Oh, thank you, Snooks. Yeah, see, Snooks can attest. Can tell you exactly what I am talking about when it comes to all the comments and stuff that are not seen. So one last little peekaboo here at the Hatfield Courthouse on your left. And coming up here also on the left, just past the Hatfield Courthouse, is the Justice Center of Portland, Oregon, which has been the home and location of many of the riots. On the left over here, you will see a homeless camp that is now taken over. The Elk statue location was right there, that little dome. Usually there's a tent sitting on top of it, so that's weird that that's not there anymore. And then we go on over here to 4th and Taylor. What's up? I'm gonna go see if the old tattoo shop's still there. Oh, hey, did you guys watch my analysis of the guy who got beat up and his gun stolen and the Antifa journalist who filmed it, PDX Ninja, being also like, you know, even somewhat. I do not see a tattoo shop, I'll be honest. I do not see it. But, yeah. Gosh dang it, I hate this street. Always happens. Stupid block roads for no reason. Fun fact, Antifa bar is over there on the left. You see the little green canopy with the boarded up stuff? That's an Antifa bar if anybody wants to come say hi. They've refused to serve me twice. Douchebags. It's called the Yamhill Pub. Douchebags. Go there and have a beer. Just listen to the conversations. It's exciting. Yeah, no tattoo place that I can see. It could be here. It's just totally boarded up. Did you just say you use premium gas $3.59 a gallon? Bro, that is like the cheapest like crap gas you could get here. $3.50. Like, I actually saw gas today for $3.05. That was the cheapest gas that I've seen in a while since I think Biden's been in office. I miss not having to pay more than $50 for a tank of gas. Let's see here. You can pump it yourself in certain places, actually, around here. In Portland itself, good luck trying to be able to pump it yourself. If you actually make a fit about it, because you're scared of COVID, if you're so like scared and you're gonna get like the sickness and like die, like you just tell them, I just don't want you to touch my car because I'm gonna die if you touch my car. Oh, and just wear the mask. All right, I just have to pump my own gas, please, and they'll let you do it. Like if you just, you know, they'll just let you. They'll do the card and all that stuff, or at least walk you through it. I actually had one guy who said, I can't pump your gas, but I have to sit here and make sure you put your card in right. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, you see my license plate, bro? Like, I live in Washington. I've pumped my gas forever. So, I know how to do this. And he's like, I just have to make sure that you do it. So, just make sure. I just want to let you guys know that I'm super excited. I'm going to be interviewing a Antifa member coming up here pretty soon. Should be fun and exciting. And I'm thinking that I might actually let you guys ask him some questions. It'll be the same guy that did the conversation, the Twitter conversation, the high-pitched dude. It should be fun. I think it's going to be fun. I am going to be having a lot more fun doing this stuff because I like having fun. Some people think I'm funny, so I'm just going to start loosening up and having a good time with you guys because I like you, and there's no reason why learning and talking about politics and so on can't be fun. Like it should be fun, and it can be fun, and it will be fun. So And if you have not already jumped on Patreon, do it, because I need you to. Because without you guys doing that, well, I'm going to have to go back and get a 9-to-5 again, and which means that I'll have to move, because living in the Pacific Northwest is way too expensive. And yeah, so I need you guys' help. I am currently headed home. I live in Southwest Washington, in a small town called La Center. I was raised in Woodland, Washington. And La Center, I went to high school in La Center. And that is where I live now. It is nice. Out in the country, I have to use my phone as a tether for my internet, because we don't get high-speed internet where I live. It's a nice place. It's a nice area anyway. But yeah. When I lived in Woodland, actually, Antifa came to my house. That's why I moved. Antifa came to my house and slashed my tires on May Day about 2 years ago, so that I could not get to the event. So I could not go film the riot. And yeah. They have not found me yet. So, even though, like, back then, it was a different crowd. Like, Antifa now is very, very different than it used to be. Like, I don't recognize most of the people. I mean, there's a couple people that have been there for a long time. Super funny that John Hacker got harassed and got his phone smashed by Antifa. And John Hacker's been out there part of Don't Shoot PDX and Portland Black Lives Matter for years. And there's all these new kids out there that have no idea about any of the people who've been, protesting and so on for years. And like, these are just, it's like a new generation. Even on the right, it's a very, very, very different new crowd. I went to last weekend, I went to a rally down in Salem, and there was a bunch of Proud Boys down there, and I recognized 2 out of the 100 or so, or 50 or so Proud Boys that were down there. 2 of them. And it's a whole new crop, and I wish that the old people would come back. I wish that the old people who used to come out and stand for free speech and stand for freedom would come back. I wish that they would return to the streets and show some of these newcomers and these new kids out there, like, how it's done, proper etiquette, and so on. It's even, well, I don't wish any of the old Antifa would show up, because the old Antifa was a lot braver than the new Antifa. I will definitely say that. In certain aspects, the old Antifa actually, I think, had some honor. Like, they would fight, like, in daylight, where new Antifa will just jump people and get them from behind, and just, they're dirty. Like, new Antifa is definitely dirty. It's a different world. It's really a different world right now, and it's a lot harder to film them. Like a lot of you guys have probably noticed. Like it's a lot harder to film them. Last time I live streamed Antifa, they ran up on me twice, and the second time they chased me all around town. So now I can't live stream them anymore. Anybody who does live stream them, even lefties, they're getting assaulted. So like you just can't do it. So you gotta like be sneaky, and you gotta film it incognito. It's a different world than it was. My wife is not too thrilled about the different new world. She doesn't like it at all. Anyway, guys, I know that this is probably going to get pretty boring, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. And I think I'm definitely, well, I don't know. I can't say I'm definitely going to do anything because things change all the time. But definitely make sure you go check out libertyordeathac.com. That's my website. I have a couple writings there. That's also where you can get all my merch. What's up? Merch. Is that how you say it? Like, I keep on hearing people call it merch. I just want to call it, like, there's the cool shirts and stuff that I designed. So, like, go check them out because, like, I'm really proud of some of them and they're, like, really, really nice. And some of them are really funny. And I think all of them have a point. So, you know, and they're cheap. They're cheap. They're made in America. Like, they're not, like, cheap because, like, I make, like, maybe $3 on each one of them. But they're all made in America. And that is why that they are, you know, less expensive than most of these street vendors, but they're more expensive than Wish because Wish is all made in China and it's all garbage and crap. So, you know, check it out, libertyordeathac.com. I wrote a book. Go to Amazon and just Google like Zerfing, my last name, Zerfing, and you can find my book, The True and Detailed Racist History of the Democrat Party, and most importantly, just so I can eat and pay my bills and survive and not have to move back to Montana, where I will never be able to film Antifa again yet, even though I do definitely want to go there eventually. But join me on Patreon and you will see exclusive footage of the good stuff. And yeah, so thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much for those of you who have been supporting me this long, all of my patrons who I love dearly. And yeah, thank you guys very, very much. One last time, Liberty or Death AC Alpha Charlie, libertyordeathac.com / well, you just go there and you see all the stuff. And then Patreon, look up the Common Sense Conservative. I am there. Patreon.com / the CS Conservative. You can find me on Rumble. You can find me, yeah. So thank you guys. I will see you all tomorrow, one way or another. This was fun. Have a good night, guys.